Hey guys, a very warm welcome back to What's for Tea, but it's not what's for tea tonight, it's more like what's for dessert, because we're actually on Christmas Eve at the moment, and can you believe it, tomorrow is Christmas Day. I just can't believe it. December is, where's it gone? I mean, it's flown by so quickly. So I just thought I'd show you what we're having for dessert for Christmas dinner tomorrow. I always do this in advance, simply because, you know, it keeps fine in the fridge overnight, and it's actually quite nice chilled. We're having traditional trifle, which you can, in this country we usually have it in Christmas, but obviously you can have it for New Year, Boxing Day, whatever you like. But this is what we have every year on Christmas. So I just wanted to share it with you because it's absolutely delicious. Now we use gelatin and red berries, but you don't have to do that if you can't be bothered. You can just use simple, you know, the jelly that you add the water to. It doesn't really make much difference, but this is just what I do, and I just thought I'd share it with you. So right guys, let's get on with the recipe. So for this recipe you're going to need 85 grams of caster sugar, 260 grams of frozen red berries. I've got Scottish raspberries and strawberries, about 130 grams of each. I've got 4 sheets of gelatin. I just use the Dr Oatker ones that you get from the supermarket, Tesco, Asda, somewhere like that. They're very cheap. 200 ml of custard, 130 grams of Madeira cake. You can either make your own or get pre-bought, it makes absolutely no difference. You can use sherry if you like, but we don't tend to use sherry. I don't like the flavour of sherry really, but again, it's up to you. 200 ml of double cream, which we'll be whipping later, that's just for the topping. A teaspoon of vanilla extract or vanilla essence, 2 tablespoons of icing sugar, a handful of chopped nuts, again that's just for the topping at the end. I find that almonds or pistachios work really well in this, so we're using chopped almonds today, and also 300 ml of water. In fact, I'll tell you what, if you're going to be doing this kind of last minute, and instead of if you don't like nuts, you know, meringue is a really nice option. If you crush up some meringue and put that on top of the cream at the end, you know, that's absolutely delicious. But we're just using chopped nuts today. So that's what you're going to need, so let's pop over to the cooker. Hey guys, right, okay, the first thing you want to do is get your water into a pan and just bring it up to a slight simmer, and then you're going to add your red berries, and you're also going to add your sugar. And get the berries in and your sugar, and just give that a wee stir in, and you want to simmer this for about 2 minutes. So just give it a wee stir in and give it a simmer for 2 minutes. Right guys, now it's been about 3 minutes, so at this stage you can see the fruit starting to break up. So what you want to do now is take out 3 tablespoons of the fruit and about 50 ml of the sort of syrup that the fruit has left inside the pan. So we use a measuring jug for this, you know, you get a good idea of what 50 ml is. So I'll just go ahead and do that now. That's 1, 2, 3, that's 3 tablespoons of the fruit. So I'll now go and put the 50 ml of the liquid from here into the jug, and I'll pop back with you. Right guys, so now you've got your 3 tablespoons of fruit mixture into your jug, and you've made it up to 50 ml with the liquid that's in your pan. You just want to give it about another 5 minutes, just simmering away. That'll just soften up your fruit a wee bit more, because this is what's going to make your jelly. Round about this time, what you can do is you can actually take your gelatin sheets and just put them into some cold water, and that'll just soften them up, because all you're going to do next really is give the gelatin sheets a squeeze once they've softened up, and add it to your fruit mixture once it's come off the heat. So I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Right guys, that's our mixture had the 5 minutes, so I'm now going to turn this off. So you don't want any heat, you don't want it simmering away at this stage. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a potato masher. If you've got a hand whisk, you can use a hand whisk, but you can equally, I mean, a hand masher is just as good as anything. So you just want to sort of mash your fruit down a wee bit, because we're then going to sieve it. I'll go and grab my masher and I'll be back. Okay guys, so let's get mashing. You don't have to be too heavy-handed with this, because it's going to be really soft anyway. So just give it a wee light mash. You're just trying to break it down as much as possible, so that when it goes through the sieve, you know it's not too much of a struggle. Okay. just lightly up and down, just for a couple of minutes, just to break it down that wee bit more. And give it a wee stir as well, I think. Now it smells so nice, it's so fruity. It's almost like a jar of jam, really. Okay, so that's really what you want. It resembles kind of stewed fruit, but I guess that's exactly what it is anyway. So just tap off the excess. So I'm going to spin you around and then I'm going to show you, you know, the sieving process. Okay. Right guys, all you want to do next is take your stewed fruit, put it in the sieve, and with the back of a ladle or the back of a spoon, just push it through really. And you're just using the back of your ladle or spoon or whatever you're using and just push it through. And any seeds or skin that are left in the sieve, you just simply discard that. Just push through as much as you can. Right guys, that's your liquid ready now. So all you have to do now is the gelatin that you've had sitting in the water, just give it a bit of a squeeze just to get any excess water off and just simply drop it in. You know, it'll be quite hard for you to see because it is quite transparent, but I'll try and show you if you've never seen it before. As I'm saying, you can of course just use regular jelly, but this makes quite a bit of a difference. So just go ahead and give it a wee stir in until it dissolves, which will take just a few minutes, so I'll pop back when that's done. Hey guys, right, that's your gelatin in and it's now all dissolved, and it's actually starting to go thick already, believe it or not. You know, it's like a thick strawberry sauce, and it smells absolutely amazing. It really does. It smells like a pot of fresh strawberry jam. So all you want to do now is set this to the side, let it cool till it gets to the stage it's just about setting but not really setting. You don't have to put it in the fridge or anything because of the gelatin, it'll just kind of set itself. So it shouldn't take too long, but just keep an eye on it, and when it's just about to set, you know, it's time to give it attention again. So when it's at that stage, I'll pop back. Okie doke. Hey guys, welcome back. Now what you can do now is, whilst you're waiting on your jelly setting, like I said, you don't want it completely set because you still want to be able to sort of spoon it into your dish. You can either use one large bowl if you prefer, just to, you know, everybody just to help themselves, or you can do what I'm doing and use individual serving dishes. I'm just using Sunday dishes or Knickerbocker glory dishes, and I forgot to mention as well, this will actually serve 6. So if you want to do more than that, you just kind of double the quantities or adjust them to suit yourself. So the first thing you want to do is get some of your sponge into the bottom of the glass. Now you can either crumb it or you can cube it. I'm just going to cube mine, so let's do that first. Once you get your sponge in, guys, the next thing you want to do is put on a couple of tablespoons of the reserved fruit and liquid we took from the pan earlier, and that just helps keep it moist. So let's go on and do that. Right guys, that's your fruit syrup on the top. Now the next thing you want to do is make your custard first, and then sort of cool it down slightly. You don't want it freezing cold, because when it sets you still want it to have a wee bit of a skin on the top, because that skin will act as a barrier for your jelly that's going on top. But you want to make sure that when you put your custard on, it goes edge to edge, because you know that's going to stop your jelly running through to anything else. So let's go on and get the custard on. Right guys, that's your custard on. So what you need to do now is just leave this until it starts to cool, and you'll notice it gets a bit of a skin on the top, and that's what you're looking for. And as soon as your jelly is starting to set, you can whip it out and just start spinning it on the top. Okay, so I'll pop back when we're there. Hey guys, I just thought I'd pop back and say, whilst you're waiting on your custard sort of getting a skin on, and whilst you're waiting on your jelly sort of getting to a set, you can actually do your cream at this stage. Now, I just use a stand mixer. Just put the cream in, put your icing sugar in, and put your vanilla essence all into the bowl, and just put it into your stand mix on medium-high for about 2 minutes. Or you can also use a hand blender or mixer or whisk, whatever you've got, just to get it to the sort of stage where it's holding its own shape. And I'll pop back in a second and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Right guys, this is what you're looking for. Now I've had this in the stand mix for about 2 minutes, and like I say, you just pop in your icing sugar, pop in your vanilla extract or vanilla essence and pop in the cream, put it on medium high for about 2 minutes, and this is what you're looking for. You want it kind of stiff, but not, you know, not rock hard obviously. So I'm just going to pop mine into a piping bag, but you can just go ahead and use it the way it is if you just want to sort of spoon it on top of your trifle. But just for extra prettiness, because it is Christmas, I try and put a wee bit of extra effort in. So I'm going to pop this into a piping bag and I'll pop back in a second. So guys, before I start, I just wanted to share with you a wee tip that I've picked up over the years. If you find it hard to fill, you know, these wee sort of disposable piping bags, I recommend if you've got a glass, a sort of narrow glass, just take it over the edge, pull it down, and you'll find it easier to sort of fill it up that way, and it's going to be a lot less messy. Just make sure you put your nozzle in first, because that would be a disaster. Snip off the end, put your nozzle in, and then just pull it over a glass, and then use your palette knife just to sort of scoop it in. Okay, so I'll be back in a sec. Right guys, that's your cream in. Now you don't want to overfill your bag, simply because as soon as you go to tighten the top, it's all going to come shooting out the top, and again you're just going to get more mess. And another wee tip as well, when you straighten your bag out, just give it a wee shake to knock the air out, and then that way when you start piping on the top, you're not going to get lots of air inside, which will just mean the cream will go everywhere. So just sort of lift the sides up, take your glass or whatever out of the way, just give it a wee shake. You see these air bubbles here? Yeah. You just want to sort of give it a wee turn until it starts to come out the top here. You see that? That means you've got most of the air out, but you can also give it a wee shake if you find you've got too much air still inside. And all you do is set that aside until you're ready to put it on top of your jelly. You can obviously put this in the fridge, but you don't have to, but you might want to put it in the fridge depending on how long you're planning on leaving it for. But my jelly will probably be another 10 minutes or so I should be good with this. Okay, so I'll pop back when we're ready to go a bit further. Bye for now. Hey guys, right now that's our jelly ready. So what you want to do is when it's just about ready to set, just give it a good stir to make it into a kind of, not paste, but you want it sort of broken up so that you can spoon it into the jar or whatever bowl you're using. So I'll just go ahead and I'll do that now. So mine has been stirred through. And it just goes a kind of jam consistency. If you can see, I don't even know if you'll be able to see that, but I'll try and let you see, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, so I'll go ahead with stirring this in and then I'll pop back and show you. Right guys, that's all your jelly in. So you want to leave, I'd say about an inch or just over an inch from the top of your glass or your bowl, because you're going to now put your cream on. As I say, I'm going to be using a piping bag today, but you don't have to do that. So I'm going to go in with the piping and then I'll be back and show you what it's like. Right guys, so that's your cream on. I mean, it really is easy peasy poo, but as I'm saying, just because it's Christmas, I just use the piping bag. I mean, it doesn't look perfect, but it looks quite cute. And all you need to do now is put on some chopped nuts to the top. Like I say, I like to use pistachios or almonds, so I'll be using almonds today. So just sprinkle some at the top and that's you done. Yeah, there's a wee bit of air there, like I say. Try and get as much air out as you can. Just give it a wee twist at the top and that should get rid of some more air. A wee one in the middle. And again, you just pop your nuts on top. I'll go on with the others and then I'll pop back. Yeah, I think I'll put another wee bit on this side here. Pat that down a wee bit. And just put your nuts on top. Hey guys, right, that's our trifles done. That's the cream and the nuts on top. So all you need to do now is just pop it into the fridge and pull it out whenever you're going to need it. Like I say, you can do this the night before and it's absolutely fine. It's actually nicely chilled the next day, but I wouldn't recommend you do it any further back than that, because obviously you're using fresh cream and you want it to be as fresh as possible. Now this is going to be absolutely fabulous on Christmas Day. Not everybody likes trifle, you know, so you might want to have something else for those who don't. But it's a Scottish classic. We have this every year, and we actually only have it this time of year, funny enough, even though we do like it so much. But it's just one of these things you like to keep to Christmas, I think, or New Year, or Boxing Day, whenever it is I'm catching you. So that's all, guys. So make sure you have a fabulous day and have a brilliant time with your friends, family and loved ones. And if I don't see you, have a cracking 2018. So that'll be me till next year, I think. That sounds so bizarre, doesn't it? I won't see you till next year, but it is only a few days away. So that's all for now, guys. I'll just give you a wee look at the top before we go, and I'll say a goodbye to you. So this is them from the top. As I'm saying, they're so cute. Yeah, they do look quite impressive, you know, if you've got people coming round or whatever. Like I said to you earlier, I mean, this recipe does make 6 or possibly 7 if you've got smaller dishes, but you can just put it in one big bowl and decide how you're portioning things up, especially if you've got kids, you know. You might want to vary the portion sizes. You might not want them to be all the same. So like I say, guys, have a fantastic Christmas Day and enjoy spending time with your friends and family, and I'll catch you in the new year. Bye now.